Well, after giving what I guess most people thought was a pretty good interview on like Friday on the Bill Moyer show on PBS that Reverend Wright did, um, I didn't see it, but I saw the reviews of it, and I guess people thought he did a pretty good job of sort of answering his critics, but he gave a couple of other interviews and press conferences over the last 2 days, which effectively erased anything positive that came out of the PBS interview. And today has just been a media blitz for this guy, and I have been laughing all day watching this stuff. But I can imagine how the Obama people are feeling right now, and how the Obama camp and Obama himself, what the hell or whatever are we gonna do about this guy? And I keep seeing all these, pundits and, the media people saying he needs to come out again and effectively reject, denounce, etc., this guy once and for all. But nobody has really put forth why he wouldn't do that. But for people that maybe, I say white people, but I'm sure it's just anybody who's watching this, but would really question, well, what the hell is Obama waiting for? Why wouldn't he do it? Well, there's two possibilities as far as I'm concerned, and I think generally in the black community they would agree with this, is that right now Obama is caught in between a rock and a hard place, because he cannot alienate any of the black community, because he is relying on them for what, like at this point 60-70% of his vote. And if he comes out and really kicks Wright to the curb, you think that what Wright has done today has been detrimental to Obama's chances? You don't want to know what that man will do to Obama, not to the media, but inside the black community where he has power, real political power, which he would use against Obama. And he would do that if Obama, came out there and really just, that's it, I'm through with you. So this is where Obama stands right now with Wright. And, just listening to Wright on TV with some of those comments he was making, he's coming out with very provocative statements directed at Obama, in that sort of, I dare you to say something, I dare you to come out here and reject me, sucker, something like that. That this is this game that this man is playing. That example he gave about, you say something about my mama, I'm gonna come back and say something about yours, and it just goes on and on. This is this game that he is attempting to play with Obama on the world stage right now, and he's doing a pretty good job of it from what I've seen. And so he's really, he's caught, because the more Wright is out there, the more he's doing damage to Obama outside the black community, essentially in the white community, weakening, potentially his support there. But if he denounces Wright, he's going to weaken his support in the black community. So it's a no-win situation for him right now. But it's clear that Wright, from what I've seen, this is payback in the beginning stages, I suppose you could put it that way. But it's clear that, Obama, he is the darling of the media, or he had people worshiping him, and Wright, in his mind, it's like, well, what this is a son of a bitch. I made this guy. He would be nothing without my support from my church. And now he is out there in the limelight, the king of the hope, the change message that he, the audacity of hope that he picked up from Wright out of his church and his environment and his turf. So of course, now and if he had praised Wright, linked his success to Wright, Wright would have been on his side, but that's not what happened. What happened is initially those tapes of those sermons got out, and Obama dissed him in the media. Sure, he said, I reject the statements, but not the man. But still the damage in Wright's mind was done. So, of course he's going to get back at him, because that's the kind of guy he is. You don't disrespect me that way. And so now he's wielding the power that he has, which is, to, in effect, take all the attention away from Obama, put it on him, and damage him, and also it's because, like I said, if Obama comes out and emphatically rejects him, he will go after Obama in such a way, you get a hint of it, but I don't think anybody wants to see that, especially Obama. Also, I think possibly there are things that this guy would know or would have access to about Obama that Obama doesn't want to have come out. This guy, he is a showman. He is totally always in your face, that sort of thing. And he loves the attention. And I think he would preserve that. So recording his sermons, I think, is just the tip of it. And there is just no telling what kind of information that this guy would have about Obama that he would be more than happy to put out there as the ultimate payback. So you just don't know what's going on, behind the scenes. But there's, those are the two reasons I think that Obama hasn't done it. So, denounced him yet. He still may, but he knows when he does, this guy will start turning the black community away from him. It's going to happen. And the superdelegates, they're still sort of the ones that haven't decided yet, still trying to hang back and see which one of these two, Obama or Hillary, will be rendered completely unelectable before they decide. I think we're going to know after next Tuesday if Obama loses in both Indiana and North Carolina. Should he lose in both those places, I predict that it may just be one, but one of the superdelegates that's already committed to Obama, maybe not switch to Hillary, but will go back into the undecided column. And it's just going to take one, because that will be all over the news. Oh my God, Obama's losing support. And that will be the floodgate opening for others to decide, well, wait a minute, we need to pull back. I also think that, there, like I said in one of my other videos, that there was a lot of pressure being put on black superdelegates from black voters in their districts to switch from Obama to Hillary. If it hasn't happened yet, I fully suspect that after this, you're going to hear some reports, at least, of that happening to white superdelegates from their supporters, that if they vote for this guy, if they give him their support, don't count on the support of their constituents when their elections are up. So it looks like it's all unraveling. I hope it does, because I still don't think this guy needs to be the president, but it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out this next week.